Now, the ties that bind a farm family together may be a bit stronger than you'll find in other walks of life. Case in point, a family at the center of another iconic endeavor of American agriculture, harvesting the corn on the rolling landscape of Iowa. Again, they help Iowa lead America in a harvest that leads the world. It's a classic tale of American agriculture told by the farmers themselves.
We are picking corn just outside of Prairie City, Iowa. The farm is Mom and Dad and myself. We call it Rorta Farms, Inc. We are the management and labor and owners and operators. We farm around 900 acres, roughly half corn and half soybeans. We have a few acres of hay. This is kind of the payday time of year. You see what things you did right throughout the growing season and what things you did wrong. It's kind of a fun time. We had kind of a challenging growing season. It was dry early. We had a lot of rain in August, and it did help the test weight on the corn. The kernels are really deep. Bean crop was one of our best bean crops, and the corn is going to be well above our 10-year average. It's not going to be outstanding, our best yield, but it's going to be a very good yield. Up in the corner of the cab, we have an Ag Leader PF 3000 yield monitor. It's hooked into the combine systems with using GPS satellites to give us the ground speed. It's hooked into the clean grain elevator to sample the moisture of the grain as we harvest. I don't know if I know too much about it. I just know that it works. 50 years ago, we'd been sitting out on a 2-row corn picker, probably doing ear corn. In the heat and in the cold and in the wind. Wouldn't have been, Dad's done it, but I never have. Dad is 80. He will be 81 this winter. So he's been farming, I don't know, probably 60 years. I don't know when you want to call it that he actually started. He and Mom moved, and they moved over here in 1956. So they've lived in this same house since 1956. And the changes Dad has seen are, you know, pretty, if I see the same amount of change that he has in his years of farming, you know, he couldn't imagine what we're doing now 50 years ago. So I know I can't imagine what we might be doing in another 50 years. But we're able to get a lot done when the weather conditions allow. And in another 10 days or so, we should about have the corn harvest done. Yeah, you kind of get lost in your own little world sitting here. You know, when hours kind of turn into days, turn into weeks, you just kind of get in that zone. I think it must be kind of like people that run a marathon. You know, you kind of hit the wall and you just keep going, and harvest is kind of that way.